Hello class, this is your instructor James. I wanted to make a video of our D2L course shell, realizing that we often run out of time in our first day of class for me to sufficiently go through all the different tools that you need to access within the course shell. So hopefully this video will be helpful and you can refer back to it as needed throughout the semester. The first thing I wanted to show you within the course materials, coming over to the content page, is I created a new document called the HWE100 Weekly Checklist. So this basically shows you as the student what you need to do each week, starting first with attending class, reading the assigned chapter for that week in the textbook according to the schedule, completing the chapter self-assessment when you're ready from the D2L quizzes tool, which I will show you later in this video. Completing the chapter homework assignment. You only have to do 6 of these for the semester, and I'll show you where you can access those. All those homework assignments will be submitted in class as a hard copy. So no homework assignments will be accepted by email or in any other digital format. If time permits for you during your busy week, you can complete the optional Learn Smart reading assignment that is available for each chapter, and that will be for 3 bonus points. And then throughout the semester you'll be working on your service learning project, so you will need to allot time as needed to meet or finish those projects by their various parts of the project by their due date. So let's go back to the class here. So first thing that I'll show you just quickly to get out of the way, 2 things, is how to access the self-assessments. So I said they're from the quizzes tool. So we'll choose quizzes. And you'll see all the self-assessments here from the quiz list for the semester, all with their respective due dates. Now this is obviously in a perfect world if we stay on track throughout the semester. That rarely happens. If we get behind, which would be we never would get ahead, but if we get behind, I will adjust those due dates as needed. But for now, you can see what is available and what is proposed. Again, you have unlimited attempts. You can take them as many times as you want until you get the grade that you desire to achieve. The other thing that I wanted to show you is how to email me. So you'd come over to course materials, click on the drop-down arrow, click on class list, and you can see the entire class is here. But if you want to email me, you would just hover over my name, click on it, and that will pull up an email here within the D2L internal messaging tool. Do know that this email address only works within D2L internal messaging. So you do not write down this email and attempt to email me from your FRCC account. It will not work. All right, so just put in your subject line, put HWE100, Tuesday, Thursday, 11 o'clock is our class, or whatever time it is that our class meets, and that way I'll know which section of the course that you're in. All right, so let's go back here. The next thing I want to show you is, I mentioned in class, the first assignment that's due, which is not a homework assignment. It's called the NutriCalc assignment. So we're going to come over here and find the NutriCalc assignment. It's in our McGraw-Hill Connect module. We're going to click on that, and that's going to bring up an image of the assignment. You can't do anything with this image, so you have to download the assignment, open it. Okay, and now here is the assignment with the instructions. And this here is where you can type right into the assignment, which is what you need to do in order to complete it. So following these instructions, you have to choose 3 foods that you would eat if you were stranded on a desert island. So choose presumably your 3 favorite foods. Let's see. Just writing 3 things at random. Those 3 foods would get typed into the document, and then you'd have to go to the NutriCalc program. Oh wait, where is the NutriCalc program? Well, let me show you. So coming back to the McGraw-Hill Connect and NutriCalc module. We're going to click on the deep link. You're going to have a different landing page than me, but this is where you'll go the first time to activate your account. I'm switching over to the student view. So ultimately, you should get a page that looks like this. On the left side, under Resources, is the Nutrition Calc Plus Dietary Analysis Program. So we'll click on that. And the first thing that you need to do is create a profile for yourself. So you'll click on Profiles, and then you'll fill out this information with your name, date of birth, gender, etc. And this will generate the profile that you'll use whenever it is that you analyze your own diet. I do recommend that you choose to not lose any weight. In other words, stay weight stable. Even though that may not be your actual real life goal, but that helps with the values, the predicted values or goal values within the program. So you'd save that profile, and then you'd come to the intakes page. Okay, and this is where you would enter your 3 foods. So we'll just do this quickly. Typing in avocado, you can see many different options came up. Gosh, a lot of options, 75 different foods came up. Your goal is to choose the option that best fits what you are seeking. So with avocado, it could be any number of options. Go with the first one if that first one makes sense. So I would add this food. We'll say that I had a whole avocado, but you can see that there's different options for the amounts that are listed there. Actually, probably more realistically, I would have a half of an avocado. Click on Save the Changes, and now that food has been added into the list. Then, for this first assignment, you'd click on Reports. Of course, you're going to enter the other foods. I didn't do that in the interest of time. You're going to click on Reports, and then you're going to select the bar graph report. Right, so if we come back to the assignment, it says Submit the NutriCalc bar graph report with your completed assignment. So once I've entered the 3 foods, I'll click on bar graph, making sure I have the right profile and the right day. So we'll get rid of these other days. And then I would view the report. So you'd click on View the Report, and you want to choose the PDF version, so which I think is the format by default. So we'll just click on View Report. It will generate the report, and that is what you will print and bring to class. Okay, let's come back here. All right, so let me bring us back through the deep link. So that was the NutriCalc assignment. The next thing I want to show you is the LearnSmart bonus reading assignments. So again, NutriCalc Plus over here on the left, LearnSmart reading assignments over here on the right. Now these are not the homework assignments. These are not the optional homework assignments. I'll show you those in a moment. These are the LearnSmart reading assignments that are 3 bonus points each. So if you want to do these, they each have their own due date. You'd click on the arrow, it would launch. I'm not going to do it again here now in the interest of time, but you would click on that arrow over here and it would launch the Smart Book. You would answer the questions that the system provides you in order to complete that optional reading assignment. If you don't want to do the reading assignments, if you prefer a more traditional way of reading the textbook, then you would use the ebook. Okay, and again, you'd click on this, it would bring up the digital version of our textbook and you can read from there. All right, let's come back here. Go back to the table of contents. If you, in preparation to coming to class, you want to print out the PowerPoint slides, those are available for each chapter under the chapter lecture submodule. there is a direct link to the Learn Smart reading assignment here. And then here is a direct link to the self-assessment. And then here is our homework assignment. So remember, you have to do 6 chapter homework assignments. What I would recommend that you do is click on the assignment, pull it up, read it, and decide if it's one that you want to complete if you have time in your week for that. If you read it and decide that you do want to complete it, then download the assignment, open it up, and again, all the assignments are created so that you can type directly into the assignment itself. So choose 5 foods from the list. You would go to the article that will be provided to you in class. Choose 5 of those foods that you do not already consume that you're going to add to your diet. Then you're going to explain how you're going to introduce each food into your diet for me. So if it's going to be something that you add to your breakfast, or you're going to have it with your lunch to replace something that you eat now, you would explain that to me. And then lastly, part 3, referencing the article and any other sources that you rely on, you're going to discuss the nutritional benefits of that food. All right, so that's the Chapter 1 homework assignment. You would save it, print it out, turn that into class as a typed hard copy. Okay. Bring us back to Chapter 1 and close us out here. So that is essentially all the activities that you would do in a week. I did mention the weekly review sheets for each chapter. Those, I would only do those as a last resort if you have time, because they're completely optional. Those do not get submitted in class, and there's no credit provided for them. So they are purely for your own review. Most people actually don't do those unless they're finding that they're really struggling in the course. Okay, so that's a quick overview of HWE100 Human Nutrition. I would be happy to answer any questions for you if you still need help navigating the course in D2L. Just shoot me an email or come and see me before and after our class. Thank you for watching.